So from a high-level process, what we recommend is that you, as you're trying to think about tackling data quality in your organization, we highly recommend starting with the issues that people report or that you know about, or maybe that you've got some monitoring on that's going to get reported. As data quality issues come up, you're going to work them through a resolution, and you might find out that there is a data quality problem, and then you can fix the data quality problem, and then that's where you can create some data quality rules. You can say, let's define a rule that is, birth date is, everybody has to have a birth date. So let me restate this point, which is interesting. So in one universe, you can say, we have a data quality rule that says that all students should have a birth date, and we're monitoring that rule, and we've exceeded the threshold, and that's going to create an issue. That's one way to do this. This example, I'm actually talking about different. Like, you don't have that rule yet, right? And so how do you get your rules? One way is to sit down and have a bunch of meetings, or think about, or hypothetically, what are these things that we need to track, or to go look at your database and find every piece of foreign key relationship and referential integrity and build rules for all of this. We don't recommend doing that. We recommend starting with the anecdotal process. Someone is looking at a report or something, and they say, oh, geez, I've got all these people that are falling off my my report here, and I don't know why. And then you've been digging up, you realize, oh, well, here's the issue. Like, it was selecting by age, and those people don't have birth dates, and so they weren't on the list. Everybody should have a birth date. You know what? We should create a rule for that, right? And that's another good way to create a rule. And I would argue, and I'll talk about this later, that is a much higher value exercise in creating a rule than sitting around and coming up with 100 possible rules, of which you may have 99.9 of those you've got no problem with, right? So working the rules, and also frankly, like, you're not going to it's really good to proactively solve your data quality problems and to set up constraints for that. But in terms of building trust and use of the data, there's much more value spending time on the things that people have reported as issues and solving them than focusing on fixing things that nobody knows about or no one cares about yet, because there's always limited time. So anyway, data quality issues can create data quality rules. Once you have data quality rules, then you can do assessments and monitoring on them. So you can say, all right, we've realized that there's a particular problem, right? Maybe you fixed it, but you don't understand the root cause yet. But you can still set up and monitor, do ongoing assessments and monitor if that comes back, and maybe you don't really, maybe there's more than one cause that you're not aware of. And then, those assessments then can generate issues, right? If it pops, that's where the automation comes up later. Now, all right, so there's another person that's been entered who didn't have a birth date. We've exceeded the threshold again. And that is, we realized, oh, that was done by Joe, or that was done by this integration, or whatever, right? So you can figure out what caused it.